Behave. Good to see you, doggy. Welcome to the El Wencho Dog Pound, to the home of the Dingo and the Raj, Reg and Raj, live from our perspective caves. I'm digging the background there, dog. The nice washed out picture window. I'm digging it.
Well, yeah, it won't be washed out that long. It'll be sunsetting here in a little while. But yeah, seems like every week there's a new glitch. But that's all right. Hey Megan, how are you? Glad to see that it's transmitting anyways.
Yeah. Meg, I dedicate whenever we sing song troubadours here, I always dedicate it to you now, whether you're around or not.
This is actually I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah. So Meg, you get troubadours dedicated to you every time, whether you're around or not. $50 in a flask of Crown is always dedicated to Jaden Irwin, wherever you are in the universe, Jaden Irwin. We got a couple more of those.
I was gonna say that this is one time that transmission is good. That we're transmitting. We're not transmitting something awful. Well, it's probably awful.
We just want to give transmission to our fans.
Hey, Matt Edwards, the Red Boy, tuning in from Illinois. We're gonna kick this off with so you guys see there in the chat room, Matt Edwards, Matt, aka Red Boy, has been following us for many moons, and he had messaged us. Sorry, John.
It's all good.
He messaged us, and I replied back. Since yesterday was Drinko and Smoko de Mayo, that he thought that perhaps Strange Day in Mexico would be fitting, and I did not disagree. So why don't we kick it off with that, and we'll let some more people join in. Benny, hi Benny.
Ben Grafani, hello. Mick, hello. Nicky Rod is in the house.
Hey, Neej Jerry.
A new nickname for Nicole when she gets married, dude. What's Nickel Rod gonna be?
Well, she's marrying a guy named JK, which are probably the coolest initials ever. So, we'll have to. She can think about what she'd like to be called.
And Joe and Lindsay Miller, hello friends. Hello, Joe Miller. Joe Miller is my spirit animal from here on out, forever to be known as my Patronus. Expecto Patronum. Joe Miller comes out of my wand.
By the way, along with Mexico, with Strange Day in Mexico, in honor of El Wencho de Chico, which didn't happen, but Cinco de Mayo, which did happen. Strange Day in Mexico will be 15 years old.
Jeez, dude.
It is this year, by the way.
So, and our friends Mike Stone and Jonna and Angel May. Hello, friend. I hope that all is well in your world. I hope that Mayday is well. Love you, Alan May. If ever you see this, if Alan's watching, I love the hell out of you, Mayday. Sorry, dog. That would be my Sasquatch. So his bride logged on. Yeah, Mayday and I were football brothers, like you and Sasquatch were hockey brothers. So, all right. So Strange Day in Mexico, which is the name of a Clinton's record. For the hardcores, the uninitiated would not know that. Strange Day in Mexico was a song that Jim Napier and I wrote. Jim, at that time in his life, was working on a cruise ship. And it would go from Seattle to like Alaska and Seattle to other places. I'm under the impression he wasn't working on like a Caribbean Hawaiian, like he would have to go to Seattle. Well, he goes to Mexico, and I know a lot of the cruises will go to Mexico. And he finds himself at 10 a.m., walking up a street and just of some Mexican town, and two white guys are walking the other way, and just he's the only white guy and they're the only two white guys, and they just kind of stop and, hey man, hey, and they literally at 10 a.m. look at him and go, dude, you want to smoke a J with us? Total strangers, first things out of their mouth. And he's like, yeah, man. So then he goes, all of a sudden it's 11 a.m. I'm out of my mind. I'm holding a Mini Mart Big Swig cup. You remember the Big Swigs from Mini Mart? And he goes,
like a super tanker.
Yes. And he goes, and it's got this margarita in it. And they keep telling me it's homemade tequila. No, dude, this is really good. It's homemade tequila. I'm like, dude, that's awful. And he goes, even better. I didn't know this. Dog, you've heard this, but for our hardcores, they might not know this. A yachty in Mexico. Oh, yeah, that guy's just a yachty. Like, oh, yeah, Kier Dog, he's just a yachty. Is a white American who owns a yacht or he owns a boat.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, so apparently some, middle-aged 50, 60-year-old yachty gets on a motorcycle, vroom, vroom, white guy thinking he's all, and Jim is like, dude, this is 11 a.m. and I'm at this house party.
Vroom, vroom.
Only two white guys, like now all of a sudden there's this yachty, but he's more tan than the Latino guys. So he's a white guy that's more tan that looks actually more Mexican than the Mexicans. He gets on his motorcycle, vroom, vroom, and runs into a saguaro cactus at a fast speed, like whack. And the whole saguaro goes over on him. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And Jim just goes, yeah, it was a strange day in Mexico. And literally, bing.
And that's how it all begins. The rest of the story.
A strange day in Mexico indeed. All right, here we go. Last we left our hero, he was standing all alone at an ATM machine. They were both very out of order, quite predictably. That picture that had been painted of the morning hit a big gun to crack and peel. A photo finish of surreal. Is it true that we are nothing more than boxes sitting in the basement? And the more that we keep looking, the harder we are to find. But the record keeps on spinning while the volume's way down. The needle takes its time, falling in that line. It's been a strange day in Mexico. Strange day in Mexico. Are we that dope that everything that we used to do is never quite what we wanted to, but c'est la vie, and so it all goes until we think something is missing again. Our hero looks at other bubble and he pours himself another, and the wonder starts to fade away from the outside looking in. From the outside looking. We have a tendency to hide behind obscurity, but everyone's so beautiful. Why do we hide it all? When you get to where you need to be, won't you drop me a line? Where the music's added soon. At least I hope you like the view. It's been a strange day in Mexico. Strange day in Mexico. It's been a strange day in Mexico. Why is this stuff always happening to me? Well, it's been a strange day in Mexico. Such a strange old day. Such a strange day. Everybody, celebrate the good times. Champagne for everyone, but I'm not buying. It's been a strange day in Mexico. Been a strange day in Mexico. Professor Doggerino. Strange day in Mexico. Why is this stuff happening to me? Well, it's been a strange day in Mexico. Such a strange old day. Sweet.
There you go. Hey, there's another song off of that record that I didn't realize this is. I looked at it today.
Yeah.
I thought this one was on Roger, but it wasn't. Then My Girl Walks In is actually on Mexico. Did you recall that? Do you remember that? Did you know that?
Well, I thought it was a Not Fighter.
I know. Oh, it's on Mexico. So
Jeez.
why don't you do that one and then tell the story? Because I haven't heard that in a while, and I can't remember the story.
Well, I had this really cool bass line idea. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. And it was just a musical idea. And then I had this idea about a guy, like a guy on the town hanging out with a girl, but then it was like opposite of John. What would the opposite of me do? The opposite of me in a bar would sit quietly and enjoy a beverage. The real John would go right to the girl and be like, "Hi, I'm John. Do you want to be friends? No? Okay, that's fine. Yes? Okay, cool. Can I have your number? I lost mine. Can I have yours?" So the idea was that I would write this song, Dog. I don't know if I ever told you kind of about the opposite of what a dude.
Yeah. Right. You did.
So
it's just been a while.
Then My Girl Walks In, and it is so cool to see so many names in the chat room. And by the way, Renee Lords goes, "Saguaro don't grow in Mexico. Saguaro no grow in Mexico." I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that. So the story that I heard was a cactus went over on a yachty, and the answer is
no.
No.
You got to get the tongue in there. Remember?
No. And you always stick it to one side, and it's never the same side.
See? No.
So, all right. Then My Girl Walks In. And the last little tiny bit about this, I've said this on stage a million times. The diehards will have heard this, that I want to sing this at some point in my life in a Chicago blues bar. And I imagined I would sing this song in that blues bar when it was just nothing but cigarette smoke. And you couldn't really see anything but a blue haze. And I would play this song, and it would be heavy on your eyes. You can't really keep your eyes open because of the burning cigarette smoke. So there we go. 2, love you, Mike Stone. That was funny. Chatter fills the room. The air is full of people I'll never know. I'm here 'cause she brought me my pretty little social butterfly. This is what lovers do. We hang around until she's ready to go. I'll sit here happy in my misery with a glass full of poison for my company. Then my girl walks in, says with her mischievous smile, "You should finish what you're drinking. We should go someplace where we can be alone." It happens every time, a night unlike any other. And you can try, but you'll never find me complaining. There are millions in the city who are just like me, sitting solitary, waiting patiently. At the end of the day, there's no one else with whom I'd rather be, so I keep on waiting. Then my girl walks in, says with her mischievous smile, "You should finish what you're drinking. We should go someplace where we can be alone. I got to give you all alone, baby. I appreciate all of the little things that you do. And if you wait a little longer, I swear I'll make it up to you." Then my you should finish what you're drinking. We should go someplace so we can be alone. I got to get you all alone, baby. Then my girl walks in, she can be so persuasive when she's ready to go. Tells me finish what you're drinking, we should go someplace so we can be alone. I got to get you all alone. Fun to screw around on the guitar, Reg.
Good job, man.
Thanks,
That
dog.
was
You know
nice.
what I love is, you go, loving the comments tonight, and then Carl makes one comment about eggs, and the chat room goes silent. Man, you guys are the greatest. Hey, Becca, moving in. Love you, Becca. Good to see you, friend. Cheers,
Hey,
baby.
this is totally random, but Josh Boyce, what's up, dude? You're not random, but that's awesome that as soon as I said that, your name popped up on the thing. Josh Boyce, ladies and gentlemen, he is the man with the neck tattoo. He is the king of the roadies, even though he's not a roadie. He is Stillwater Sound extraordinaire, bro of ours. We just think that is the most incredibly badass thing that could ever happen to somebody is if you get a neck tattoo. And so
You do it right.
Josh is a complete teddy bear, but you know.
Yeah. Well, Josh also has good ears and works hard, and that's kind of
yeah.
So pretty much, in the world of political correctness, Dog and I have pretty much one rule, and it's don't be a jerk, and we'll hang out, and we'll try not to be jerks. That's about it.
Hey, so I was gonna go on to my random tangent. So, and that speaking of being a jerk, that's a great segue. So last night, there was an ESPN thing, and it was about Mike Tyson, and he's such a freaking complete barbarian, and was spousal abuse and the whole thing, but just taking him as a fighter, I was watching. They had like his 10 greatest fights, basically greatest knockouts, because the top all 10 of them weren't even fights. They were like a minute and a half. But I remember watching it, and I was like halfway through it, I was just like, and that was like we grew up watching that, and I was like mouth agape about like just watching that in real time. I mean, like real time on the screen, like that dude, the power, the speed, everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow, and it's not going to be nearly as intriguing as when I was watching it right then. But dude, it was incredible. I was like, dude, I got to talk to John about that, see if you remember watching any of that stuff. And they had like the Peter McNeely fight on there, which would have been, it was like August of 95. And that's like the last one I remember full on watching, because that would have been freshman year of college. And I remember it was like one of the first house parties that I went to. No, it might not have been 95. Might have been like 96 or 7. I don't know. Regardless, I remember going to somebody had a pay-per-view of that fight, and it was one of those, pay whatever it was at the door, at the door of the house. So like $5, and that got you a cup for the keg. And then they chipped in for their pay-per-view. Right.
Love it.
And I remember being in there, and there was so many people in this house, and everybody was like down by the kegs. And I remember like standing in line for just a glass, and getting upstairs and hearing everybody go, "Oh!" I didn't even get to see the fight.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I don't know, 37 or 38 seconds or so. It was ridiculous. It was like, well, what do you guys want to do now? Great story, dog, as usual. Anyway,
riveting, just like Conor McGregor. But it makes you wonder if like the kids that are 20 years old watching Conor McGregor, fight over the last several years will be in their 40s someday. Back in my day, son, I watched this guy named Conor McGregor, and what's crazy is if you listen to the interview with Joe Rogan podcast with Mike Tyson, dude, he is ass. So Mike Tyson did a whole bunch of hallucinogenic type things and had all these spiritual experiences. And Mike said, what would you have done if you'd have been 18 and had these experiences? He's like, dude, I never fought. It took away all the anger. Like, they trained Mike Tyson how to be an animal and never turn it off. So that's why.
Oh yeah. So there was one that just there's one that just posted like yesterday or 2 days ago of him. He's like 53 now, and it's got him and his sparring partner or trainer or whatever, and he's just a freaking animal, man. And I mean, of course, it was like a setup shot or whatever, but
Sure.
like how fast he is, and like how
Even
they're saying
yeah,
like he's like still hitting like a 21-year-old, and he's But I was just like, it's so interesting to like when you see like once in a generation or more than that talent, which is obviously him. If you just
yeah.
take like if you pull like the personality out of it and just go based off of the actual what he's good at, it's pretty freaking crazy. I'm sure Ben Fiore will have something to say about this.
He is a big
As
Herder fan, big Mike Tyson fan.
I
Mike
just know that
Tyson.
you can't log on and that not comment. That's just not Ben's style.
I love
So,
Russ. Hello, Laura Paulson. Hello, so awesome. Yeah,
Russ Bennett. Hi, Russ. Hi, Spring. Tell Spring hi if she's watching.
that's awesome.
Our friend Russ Stinnett, I might have told this story about him before. So our friends Russ and Amber live up in Havre, and they're the only people that we really know in Havre. We've met a few others since we've played up there a few times, but nope, all good. Benny. Oh wow, guy's got his tongue. Russ has got one of my favorite hangs in his garage. He has an old, I don't know if it's a Wurlitzer or what it is, but it is a full blown jukebox that he has put in his own music, and he's got like everything that you can imagine from I mean it's just legit, right? And so Russ will go in there and he's got fresh beer on tap, and his brother Sandy is the brewer at over at Weibo
Oh,
at Beaver Creek. And so
ooh.
we drink Sandy's beer and hang out and blast the jukebox up in Havre, and every time I see Russ Stinnett, that name pop up, I always immediately get beamed directly to that garage with the jukebox.
Spiritually,
And
just you're right there.
I can only imagine that during these quarantine times where Russ is, whenever he's not working, I can guarantee you he is there. So, hey, Benjamin. Oh, yeah, it's Ben. Hey, Ben King. What's up? A lot of Bens in there tonight.
Dude, that's awesome.
Good to see you, man.
And Lindsey Brown.
Hi,
Cheers, Lindsey
Lindsay.
Brown.
Thank
Yeah.
you for being here. Did you have a song you wanted to play, John?
Yeah, so I'm gonna give a brand new one a try. So you know this about me, dog. Like we're trying just to maybe expand ourselves a little bit musically. So like a guitar song. All right, first off, this song is called "Leslie's Gonna Kill Me." Yeah, who's Leslie? We don't know. Why is she gonna kill you? We don't know. Where is it? Leslie's
This
gonna.
is one of the tracks on the record that we're still working on, but it will make the cut, and I will be singing this one as well. Once we both learn it.
So the whole goal on this one, dog, is to have this like like weird guitar thing that like.
Yeah, remember I said I could see it like being a video of like on a front porch boardwalk, like in front of an old saloon, and that beat is actually me on the actual boards, and then you come in with like a resonator guitar and then I sing the song, and then we harms. It's gonna be great. Anyways,
No, let's
go
go
ahead.
to Virginia City and let's like get dressed up
Yeah,
like
like Bannock.
1870.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Bannock or Virginia City. Yeah,
Dude, that'd be
be
dope.
great.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, with our never-ending budget and our incredible business prowess, dog, you and I just put together a music video for a song that's only 80% done. No, it's written. I feel pretty good about it. It'll be sloppy, friends. And hello, Kelly. Welcome to the party, Kelly Fleming.
Hi, Kelly.
PJ, go to one of.
We have a story about Polly coming up here because I got a voicemail from Polly today, and so I'm glad that you're tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll get to you guys.
Chat about our dear friend Polly. Well, in the meantime, Kelly, this is a song called "Leslie's Gonna Kill Me." You find out who Leslie is and why she's gonna kill you. I didn't mean to drive a blue Subaru in the Jawbone Creek with the window shot out and blood puddled up in the front seat. I met him, might have had a few. It escalated quickly, nothing I can do. And it's not my fault, this kind of stuff just happens to me. A little birdie told my own lady about my gambling debt. Some man in Italian suits are gonna come collect. It finally hit me, it was do or die. So I sold all the money and the keys to a ride. Cause a week ago my $1,000 car got repossessed. Well, I'm coming in hot, gonna get caught. Line them up and look at all the trouble I brought. Might get shot, my only thought is Leslie's gonna kill me. I went straight for the roulette wheel with no maximum bet. I put $2,700 down on 36 red. It landed on my number, never had such luck. Winner, chicken dinner, but a bucket of bucks. So I dropped a couple nickels and I bought the presidential spread. Well, those greyhounds go down easy when you party in the hot tub heat. Designer drugs with the ladies, so loaded I can barely speak. Then a bullet out of nowhere hit my thigh. I didn't hardly feel it, I was way too high. So I slipped down the fire escape into the street. Well, I'm coming in hot, I might get shot. Line them up and look at all the trouble I bought. I just got shot and my only thought is Leslie's gonna kill me. I got the pedal to the floor, but I know they're gaining ground. And the bullets are thumping, this car spraying all around. They tried to follow me when I jumped the lane. They hit another car, burst into flames. I overcorrected, heard that splashing sound. Well, I'm coming in hot, gonna get caught. Line them up and look at all the trouble I brought. It sucks to get shot, she'll be distraught. Yeah, Leslie's gonna kill me. Boom.
Yeah, that's going to be a catchy tune. once we learn it. Once we learn it.
Well, it's funny too because it's good poetry. I went straight for the roulette wheel with no maximum bet. Put $2,700 down on 36 red. There's no significance to any of those numbers. But this is the tough part. It landed on my number, never had such luck. Winner, chicken dinner, won a bucket of bucks. So I dropped a couple nickels and I got me presidential spread. God, and I got the presidential spread. Anyways, that's good. Yeah. Riveting, John. Riveting.
No, that's all right. That you're seeing it raw, ladies and gentlemen, right there. That is actually going to be a track on the record, and then luckily for us, it won't have to be recorded until probably in August. So we'll be just fine with that. Speaking of recording, we just went in on Sunday at Coelacanth up in Helena and recorded and tracked "Live by the Gun," which will be the first single. And we got all those done, all the tracks done for that, and have that sent off to get mixed, which could be probably another 3 or 4 weeks. But the good news is the first single is 75% done, and we're probably looking at dropping that, even though a lot of you guys have heard it already, just not this produced version of it, June 15th or so. Could even be before that. Could be June 1st. But so that's cool because it felt good to do something that wasn't virtual, that actually had some context, which was cool. So we got to do that. I think I posted a video for it. I don't even remember what I did. I posted it last night of John singing. And then Lenny, our engineer, is on there. He makes a cameo. So look forward to that. Ghosts Go West. I've been getting some questions about what the album's going to be called. We're going to call it Ghosts Go West, which is actually a song or a line from Live by the Gun. Um, John, do you want to get into kind of the meaning behind that, or do you want to just let people
of,
decide what they think it means?
of Ghosts Go West.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple different deeper things. Like most of the songs on this record are just straight fun, and then we have like one called "Fragile Egos," which is kind of a heartfelt love song to being in a band. But the album is it's finally Dog and I making our own musical statement of not like we haven't made a musical statement in the past of who we are, but like just separating ourselves finally from the Clintons, where we feel spiritually separation, like because we love being a part of the Clintons. It's bizarre how people think that we're doing this duo thing and we must hate our rock band. That is the complete opposite and wrong thing. We love our rock band. Those guys are just really, really busy right now. And Polly Johnson is in the house. Love you, Polly, as I'm sitting here rambling, telling my riveting. Dog and I love to be just riveting, just captivating storytellers.
You're coming up next, Polly. Hold in there. So
So Ghosts Go West. The idea of the album title would be to allow new beginnings, etc., things of that nature. So the new beginnings for music, new beginnings for spiritual and emotional. Like we're all going into something new with this quarantine.
yeah, we the title. There was a couple other working titles, and kind of the timing of not only the writing and uh, initial start of this process for this new record was all kind of timed around the release of the Under the Big Sky Sessions um, release or premiere, which was in January, and we kind of knew timeline wise before the virus came along that it was all going to be kind of one big rollout for us based off of the Under the Big Sky thing and all these new songs that we had, and we really tightened up some of our branding things and stuff that we won't get into because we don't want to bore you any more than we already are. But um,
logo. Well,
the
you need a logo
the
that
the
recognizes.
other thing, yeah,
Yeah.
the other thing that kind of actually worked out, uh, is it synchronicity? I don't know, but when everything kind of got shut down, it obviously pushed back the timeline because there wasn't a way for us to necessarily get a lot done with everything being shut down, even recording studios, especially and whatever. But it helped us to really fast track this community foundation, which we've been working on now for uh, visually for you guys for a couple months. It helped kind of fast track that into gear. And so it's still, to wrap up my whole point here, all of this stuff, even though the timeline has been skewed because of the shelter in place and stuff, it hasn't really affected any of the marketing rollout and stuff for the record. If anything, it's added some elements to it, and it's kind of extended the length of the whole process. But I think for us, especially our bandwidth, um, with everything involved in it, has actually become greater, not by necessity, but just by for good reason, just for like all the other things that we've been able to add. So it's been really fun to be able to like with Ghost Go West come up with that working title. There's a lot of things that are connotated off of that. Like Paulie was talking here about imaging, or images and merchandise ideas and stuff, but a lot of it, I mean, it is kind of a vague term. I mean, it could be anything from memories to addiction to lost love to any kind of sort of connotation, which is great for not only art but for songwriting, which is an art in itself. When you can give the listener and the viewer plenty of options for them to really dive in, and I feel like these songs, serendipity. Thank Mike Stone. See, this is why we have you, not synchronicity. That's a Police album. Anyway, um, uh, it's cool to be able to know, because what we've heard as far as the tracks, not necessarily are recorded yet, but the tracks that we are going to have on the record, it's the most cohesive batch that we have had since the full band, probably since Mexico, honestly. And we're not just saying that because it's our new project. Usually when you have a new project coming up, you're all giddy, and then, but this one really is based off of all of those elements that I was just talking about, and the timing of everything and where we're at as a society and just globally. It's kind of coming together even better than I think we would have imagined by being delayed. So yeah, we're excited to share it with you guys for sure. So that song, Leslie, will be on there, and we're still learning it. And yeah, we are still shooting for, it was originally, we were shooting for a June 1st release for the record. And now we're hoping it's holidays, and it might not be until next March. But the good news is that the ball is rolling on it, and the songs are written, they're done.
Yeah, it's exciting.
They're tweaked. It's just a matter of getting into the groove of them and getting them laid down. That being said,
sure,
we're gonna move forward with. We have some friends that you guys have heard a little bit about, but maybe I know that I don't think anybody's actually met them. If they have, that's crazy. We'd like to hear that story. Polly, who's in the chat room there, Polly Johnson. We met Polly and her husband David at a Montana Broadcasters Association retreat up in Big Sky about 4 years ago. We were playing up there. We were the help. We were the entertainment. She was an executive, and David and everybody else was. But they are our dear friends and road family from down in Baton Rouge, LA.
Indiana.
And
swamp country.
We kept in touch with them. In fact, when we first met them that night, they had won for the 3-day retreat or whatever. They had won like the MVP awards as like the most partying, fun characters of the whole shebang. Imagine that, a couple from the Bayou coming up to Montana in June in Big Sky, and they went rafting. That they whitewater rafting and the whole deal. And that night,
85 degrees. It is so hot outside, and they're walking around in sweaters. It's cold up here. It's only 80 degrees. It's so cold. It's like,
that night we she had said, we're going to get you guys down to Louisiana next year. And I was like, all right, sign us up. Here's our number. And I made sure that she didn't forget that she said that for the next several months. And
your guys' friendship kills me, Josh.
That would have been in June. That would have been in June of 2017. So fast forward to May of 2018, and we had the honor of being invited down to the Louisiana and Mississippi Association of Broadcasters state convention in New Orleans, and met a ton of other folks that were affiliated with not only Polly and crew, but a lot of her colleagues and stuff that we had heard stories about and were very anxious to meet. And they treated us like royalty. And it was really, really incredible. We have so many stories from there. In fact, there's a couple songs that we had written or have written that aren't on anything yet, but doesn't mean it won't be down the road, about our trip. And Polly, being the character that she is, and by we I mean John, decided to write a little ditty based off of our love for Miss Polly. And this song is called Polly.
It's called Polly. Technically, and then in parentheses, Polly gone and drank all the whiskey again.
That's right. And then we find out from her sons, from her boys, that she actually likes wine.
Because I've got a line in here, doesn't care for wine, just give her the whiskey, It's like, that's so funny.
And the next time we go down there, which will happen, we have decided that we are going to take our El Wencho logo shirts. We're going to print purple ones, and we're going to have the El Wencho logo on there, but instead of the sombrero, it's going to be a Mardi Gras hat and a set of beads, and it's going to say El Wencho EAUX. And it's going to be limited edition. So we're going to do that for Mardi Gras sometime. Anyways, there you go, Polly. We love you, Polly.
Love you, Polly. Bienvenidos, mis amigos. It's fiesta time. Crank up that calypso, yeah, we'll form a conga line. I'm reaching for the rye, cause I'm raring for a pull. To my dismay, the bottle is the opposite of full. Oh, Polly, go and drink all that whiskey again. Not a fan of fruity stuff or martinis made with gin. No gracias tequila, you can toss it to the wind. Polly, don't and drink all that whiskey again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Our driver's got a wad of cash to make a liquor run. The hero of the hour returns, brings the jugs of fun. You snooze, you lose, I snossed and lost. The crown, it just ain't here. And I'm left with a tissue for my boogers and my tears. Oh, Polly, gone and drink all that whiskey again. Always loves a single malt or any kind of blend. She'll drink that county dry while I rip from my vape pen. Here, Polly, go and drink all that whiskey, the whiskey again. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Sorry, you can keep your wine. It sure as hell ain't Miller time. A Crown and Coke is what this bloke is craving. But there ain't a drop to be found. No one cares, we're getting down to all the laughter, all the dancing, passing all this love around. Moral of the story, if you're gonna have a party, don't matter if we drink it all, you know we're gonna have a ball. Polly, gonna drink all that whiskey again. You know how it'll disappear, but there ain't no telling when. You can always try to hide it, but it's gone to your chagrin. Huh? Polly, gone and drink all that whiskey, the whiskey again. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Drank all the whiskey. Whoa, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa.
Dude, that was great, man.
Just
you guys,
Polly's fun. Yeah.
We wish
Mike
that
Fritz.
this
Love you, Mike
was
Fritz.
that
Love
was
you,
one
Mike
of those that was one of those trips and situations where, to compare it to how I've said before and John has said before, if Apple made an app that was called I Feel and we could somehow show you guys what we feel when we play on stage from you guys, right? Like an energy level thing.
Oh, dude.
If we could have done the same thing when we went down there, and this is before I had my new phone and stuff, and we didn't really, I was not prepared, and we could have gone live a few times and it would have been pretty awesome. But that trip was the most insane thing ever, just because we were so out of our element. You know, we're in the French Quarter, and like there's these two freaking jack wagons from Montana, you know, where they could have just been like, why don't you guys just bring in somebody I mean, it's New Orleans. It's not like there's not good music down here. But we love them so much for bringing us down and showing us showing us off to their family and now our family. We had such a blast, and people were so gracious and so hospitable, and definitely can't wait to get back down there. And when we left them, we told them, we don't care what it takes. We will come play Polly and David's broom closet in Baton Rouge. And I don't care.
Because the whole time they were in Big Sky when we first met Polly. Yeah, love you, Polly. The whole time, you boys are Louisianans. You just don't know it. And we're like, lady, you're a Montanan. You don't know it. You're
lady
talking with it. One of these hillbilly swamp accents here, darling. Start talking like white red folk from the north.
I think we should take a moment here and recognize that Sunday is Mother's Day. There's plenty of mothers that are on this chat right now, including Miss Polly. So Jenny Brown, happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day. Yeah.
Saturday is actually my daughter's golden birthday. So when I last saw John on Sunday night when we left the studio, I was like, yeah, man, hey, everything was great. Lenny, let's just plan on like Friday and Saturday next week. Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, we'll be in touch, and let's make sure that we get, all that stuff rolling. And I got home. I wasn't even to Townsend, and I was like, oh, damn it. I totally. So,
oops.
We are not going to be going live this weekend. Yeah, we'll just join. We'll meet you guys here next Wednesday, most likely. We've got some a milestone birthday, and to celebrate our mamas on Sunday. So guys, don't forget it's Mother's Day Sunday, and
Happy
it shouldn't
Mother's
have to.
Day.
It shouldn't have to take me telling you to remember. But what else you got, Johnny? I think that was all I had. Do you have you
Dude,
got another? You want to take them out with something? You want to take them out with Mardi Gras?
yeah, I was thinking Mardi Gras State of Mind, just since we
Okay.
have Polly here and we've got to play it for her once. So, Polly, just so you know, the last time I played that song, Polly, was to you when I saw you last. And the last time I sang this song, Mardi Gras is a state of mind, was the last time I saw you, Polly. So they're a little rusty. But I like these songs. They have a future sometime. You know, we just got to not have homeschool for kids. And God bless
Nico Norton,
homeschool.
Nico Norton, you and I will be in touch next week regarding logistics, and can't wait. Maybe we could FaceTime. That would be good. I can see everybody, and I can see how Chad's beard's doing. um, and everybody that tuned in tonight, we love you. Thank you for showing up and putting up with our BS. And happy Mother's Day, everybody, all you ladies.
Happy
Enjoy
Mother's
it.
Day. Dude, it's so cool to see Casper names, Alan May, Angel May, Mike Britt. Love you guys so much. Louisiana names, Polly, and the other one, Heather. I don't know Heather. Whoever Polly's friend from Louisiana was.
Kelly. Her name's Kelly.
Love you, Kelly. So yeah, love you, Kelly, even though I don't know you. How creepy. Hi, I'm a stranger. I love you. All right. Mardi Gras is a state of mind. It's a Montana love song to our friends from Louisiana. And this will take us out. That New Orleans funk sticks to you in your bones and in your blood. Rebel yells and old French Creole, thick as Mississippi mud. You can hear the cats on Frenchmen sing their siren melodies. That black magic courses through you from your elbows to your knees. To our Louisiana family, you're all happily insane. Grab a beverage, everybody. Ain't no brakes on this here train. If you're ever in the bayou, get yourself on Cajun time. If you're looking for the party, Mardi Gras is a state of mind. If you're looking for the party, Mardi Gras is a state of mind. If you've never seen a crawdad or been to a masquerade, wishing you were on an airboat on a perfect April day. If you're trying to find your happy, just relax and you will see. You'll get here when you'll get here. It'll be what it'll be. To our Louisiana family, you're all happily insane. Grab a beverage, everybody. Ain't no brakes on this here train. If you're ever in the bayou, get yourself on Cajun time. If you're looking for a party, Mardi Gras is a state of mind. If you're looking for a party, Mardi Gras is a state of mind. In a cabin in the mountains or the swamps of Baton Rouge, it don't matter where you're living, it's about your attitude. Make good friends and love your family. Give your all to those who need. From the Rockies to the rivers, you'll be living high indeed. To our Louisiana family, you're all happily insane. Grab a beverage, everybody. Ain't no brakes on this here train. If you're ever in the bayou, get yourself on Cajun time. If you're looking for a party, Mardi Gras is a state of mind. If you're looking for the party, Mardi Gras is a state of mind.
Hey, by the way, everybody, I forgot one major, major, major birthday.
Ooh.
That guy right there, that's not me that you're looking at. He's got a birthday on Monday.
Dude, I do have a birthday coming up. I forgot about
So I didn't mean to shaft you on that one, John.
I am
But I
not
did.
in my 20s.
That's right. But you are fired.
This is my 2-week notice.